Be in the World Yoga, and this is a quick yoga video to help you start your day off right. So let's do it. Let's get onto our backs, and you can have your eyes closed here. Take your right hand over your heart and take your left hand over your belly. Take a nice inhale and exhale out through the mouth, a nice sigh. Beautiful. And from here, start to notice the next breaths moving into the belly here. So you feel your left hand lifting as the belly rises on the inhale and exhaling. So we're just noticing the breath right now as the breath rises and falls. I said rise and falls. As the breath rises and falls. Beautiful. And start to picture your day. What is it that you have in store for yourself? And start to envision how you want to see yourself handling all of that. So hopefully it's going to be a good, productive day for you. See yourself having a sense of positive energy, maybe a sense of focus, a sense of awareness, and just being that person that you want to be. And then taking that moment to realize that you are that person. That is you. And allowing yourself to feel that in your body. Beautiful. And start to flutter your eyes open. Take your arms out to the side. And from here, hug your left knee into your chest. Take your left knee over your right leg. And now extend the arms out to the side. Take a few breaths here. So that left shoulder is probably going to pop up off of the floor, or if you're in the bed, don't worry about it. It's going to help you to open up the left side pectoral muscles. Anyway, if you want, you can turn your gaze over to your left hand, or just keep it where you feel comfortable. And just enjoying this twist in the spine. Maybe you want to extend the leg out to the side if that feels good. Beautiful. Then bring that leg back in. I'm going to switch to the other side. So extend the left leg. You can hug your right knee into the chest. And then take the right knee over to the left side. Extending your arms, maybe gazing past the right hand, or wherever you want your gaze to be. Take a few breaths. Feeling that nice, beautiful spinal twist. Maybe the leg extends. You can flex your foot here if you want. Beautiful. Bring yourself back to center. Bend that right leg into the chest. Extend through your left foot. And then send the right leg up to the sky. Grab the backs of the legs. So we all have different bodies. We don't know where our legs are going to be, so we'll figure that out. Doesn't matter if it's this high or that high. Just feeling that nice opening in the back of the leg. Flex your foot and spread through your toes if you can. Beautiful. Now take the left knee up and take your right leg over, your right ankle over your left thigh. Grab onto the back of the left thigh for a little needle and thread, and you should feel this stretch now in the right glute and the IT band. Take a few breaths here. Breathe into that space of tightness that you feel in the right glute, wherever you're feeling it. Breathe into that space. Maybe you take the leg up to the sky, the left leg up to the sky. Maybe you grab onto the big toe with the pointer finger and the middle finger. Now, don't worry, you don't have to do this. It's just if your body feels like it wants it, it can explore that. Beautiful. Bending your left knee and take your foot down to the ground. Right leg comes to the ground. Left ankle goes on top of the right thigh and needle and thread. Feeling that beautiful stretch. Breathe into the space that you're feeling the tightness. Maybe the right leg reaches up to the sky. Maybe you grab onto the big toe. If it feels like a struggle, if your hips are coming up a lot, then don't grab the big toe. Don't stretch the leg up. Do what feels comfortable here. Beautiful. And then from here, taking your legs down to the ground. You're going to hug your knees into your chest. And we'll start to rock forward and back. And then come all the way up. We're going to come into hands and knees, tabletop position. So from here, spread through your fingers, wrist creases are lined up with the front of your mat. And then from here, take a nice inhale, long spine. Exhale, round the back. Lift your belly up towards the back of your spine. Tailbone reaches down and your head reaches down towards the floor. You can just let your head dangle there. Inhale, draw the shoulders back. Peel your heart open. Exhale, round. Nice long inhale. Open up the chest, draw the shoulders back. And exhale, round. Beautiful. Inhale to flat back again. We'll take a little C curve with the spine. So you're going to let your right hip reach up toward your right shoulder here. So taking that C curve, right hip reaches up to the right shoulder, then you look back behind you. Beautiful. And then bring yourself back to center. Left hip reaches up to left shoulder. Bring yourself back to center. Send your right foot back behind you. Reach through that heel, opening up the calf muscles. Take a few breaths here. You're pushing the front part of your mat away from you. Take another inhale and exhale your knee to the ground. Inhale your left leg back behind you. Reach through your heel. Beautiful. Knee to the ground. We're going to come right up into our downward facing dog. So start to tuck your toes, engage the belly, and press your hands into the floor. Lift your hips up and back. Shake out the head here. Take a few breaths. You're going to internally rotate your thighs, and the heels might come out a little bit. Beautiful. And then from here, exhale, knees to the ground. Come back to sitting on your heels. This is for a opening of the back of the feet here. Beautiful. And then take your toes to untuck your toes. Clasp your hands. Roll the shoulders up and back. And let your chest press forward. Take a few breaths here. Beautiful. Release that. Take your hands to tabletop position and then walk your hands forward to a half downward dog, which is called puppy pose. Spreading through your fingers, take an inhale and exhale. Your forehead's going to come to the ground and letting your chest soften between the shoulders. And if this feels pretty comfortable for you, you can explore taking the chin forward. Taking a few breaths here. To open up the low back, start to draw the belly towards the back of the spine, taking the tailbone down towards the floor. And then just softening in the heart space, melting into this pose a little bit deeper. Beautiful. Start to walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes, preparing for downward dog again. Start to engage the low belly here and lift the hips up and back. Take your knees and bend them, taking your belly towards the top of your thighs here, and press your hands into the ground, sending your hips up and back. Take a nice inhale. Beautiful. Keep those hips moving up and back. Exhale. Taking another inhale, press the front of your mat away from you. Lift those hips up and back. Exhale, heels come down towards the ground. Let your head go. Beautiful. And take your knees to the ground. Start to walk your right foot forward between the hands. We're going to open up in the left hip here. Take a few breaths. Beautiful. And then from here, take yourself up onto the right knee. Taking a few breaths. So now your tailbone's going to reach down towards the floor. Your hips are going to lift up here. You're going to lift up your low belly towards your heart. And take a little twist here. The left elbow is going to go over the right elbow. And put your chin right into your hand there. Take a few breaths here. Beautiful. Bring your hands back to the floor. Bring your knees back. I'll take a little downward dog here. Press your hands up and back. Inhale and exhale. Knees to the ground. Step that left foot forward, right to the left thumb, and soften, opening up in the right quad here. Your toes can be tucked or pointed. If the knee hurts, you might want to untuck the toes. So take a few breaths here. And if you hear the breath sound I'm making, it's actually called Ujjayi Pranayama, which is victorious breathing. It's a breath that happens in the throat, and it helps you to keep track of your breaths as well as warm up your body, including the organs of your body. So from here, take your hands on top of your knees. Nice inhale. Exhale. Take 2 more breaths here. Sounded like an Italian there, which I am. Take 2 more breaths. Mangia. Beautiful. And then right elbows gonna go over to the left knee, chin into the hand. Take a few breaths here. Doesn't matter what's happening with your left arm here. Beautiful. Hands to the ground. Take knees together, and we're going to take another puppy pose. Walk your hands forward. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, forehead to the floor. Take 3 breaths. Start to walk your hands back. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Sending your hips up and back. If you want to pedal out through the feet here, you can. If you want to stay pressing the hands into the floor and focusing on your breath, you can. Gorgeous. And from here, we're going to take the knees down to the floor, sit back on our heels, and then take them out in front of us. Lie all the way down onto your back. And then snuggle into the floor there. Reach your fingers towards your heels, and if you could find your heels with your fingers, they're in the right spot. We're going to come into bridge pose. So from here, start to guide your tailbone down towards the floor. Press your feet into the floor. Take an inhale, lift your hips up. The tailbone is still extending, and then clasp your hands underneath. Draw your shoulders under. Press your hands into the floor to lift up. Take a few breaths here. Your belly is slightly engaged here too. So we're strengthening actually the hamstrings while we're at it. Beautiful. And then lower yourself down to the floor. And take happy baby. Draw the knees into the armpits here. Grab the bottoms of your feet. And then start to bring the feet up towards the sky. And start to roll on your back here a little bit. Give yourself a little back massage. And maybe one leg wants to extend. Try out the other leg. Beautiful. Take your knees together. We're going to rock forward and back to come all the way up to seated. Let's take our legs out to a nice, as wide as it feels comfortable here. Take a nice inhale and exhale. Inhale, your right arm is going to reach up to the sky and your left hand's going to come to the outside of your left leg, reaching up and over. This is really a really good stretch for the low back here. One of my favorite stretches. It also helps to open up the hamstrings, which is really nice. Flex through your feet and engage the tops of your thighs. Take another inhale, reach with your fingers, and then exhale, take your hand forward and back. Other side, inhale, left arm reaches up and over. Take a few breaths here. Have your gaze focused on one point. Beautiful. Rise on up and come to a cross-legged position. Palms together at your heart center. Closing your eyes for a moment. Reminding yourself of that beautiful, beautiful person that you want to be today, that person that you want to go throughout the day as, which is you, your true nature. And thank yourself for coming to your practice this morning. Namaste. Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing in your yoga practice with me today. And please remember to share, like, and comment, and also subscribe to us on our YouTube page so that we can give you more wonderful content like this. And also, please check out our website, beintheworldyoga.com. We have a great blog there and just wonderful information to share with you. Have a nice day. Namaste.